Hi, everybody. This is Azariel Flame here coming at you from my bed in my house. I have recently had surgery, and that is why I have not been shooting videos for the last 5 weeks. I have been on bed rest for basically that entire time. So today is the first day that I have had enough energy to get out of bed and actually do some stuff for the YouTube channel, for Patreon, etc. So I apologize profusely for my absence, but I ended up getting last minute surgery that I did not think I was going to be getting for at least another year, and I had my leg completely rebuilt. So that was a pretty major thing, and it should take me about 6 months to a year to recover, depending on how well my body receives the upgrades. I'm like the $6 million man now. So I am relearning how to walk. I am just now finally able to bend my leg to 90 degrees, which is absolutely fantastic. So I thought with what's going on, I would share some of the stuff that I have been doing to speed up my healing recovery. So I've been doing a lot of healing work lately. The primary spirits that I have been working with are Archangel Raphael, President Marbus, and the healer from the 40 servants. Now, I have had people tell me in the past that you cannot mix angels and demons. Again, I am a witch. I do not believe in heaven and hell and the war therein. I believe that these spirits are much, much, much older than the Christian paradigm is. So, with that in mind, I have absolutely no troubles mixing the two. When I am doing Reiki treatments, many, many, many times I take on possession from Marbus or Raphael, and lots of times they're in the room working with me simultaneously. So do not fear doing this unless you have a cognitive bias that is based in an Abrahamic faith. That is something that a lot of people do have. So think of them more as ancient deities, not angels and demons. They're old spirits from a long time ago, and they're very powerful to work with. Now, Archangel Raphael is the healing of God, and basically, he has the power to tap into any type of healing current from the Empyrean realm, which would be the upper world. Now, lots of times this is considered heaven, but in my paradigm, heaven doesn't exist. So the upper realm is higher vibration stuff. It's all things that are very, very much more uplifted than we are. It's a positive place to be for most things. And you can pull a lot of energy through the universal life force down from the Empyrean realm into this realm. So I use Archangel Raphael as a go-between. Lots of times I will pull him into my body. So if you know how to do invocation, you would just do whatever type of invocation you do. For me, I've been doing this long enough that when I tap into my energy healing and I turn things on, so like we have shown you with creating a chi ball, you would go through the same steps. You would ground and center, you would create sacred space, you would activate your energy centers in your middle pillar, you would strengthen your aura, and then you would cast sacred space. And then from there, you would channel the energy down from the heavens, deep into the earth, back up to the heavens, and then from your heart center, those two energies merge, come out, and go through your hands. Now, you program this with your mind and your intentions. And so when I'm working with just Archangel Raphael, I'm visualizing him coming down through that column of light from the Empyrean realm as a green light. Now, lots of times he is shown with yellow, but for me, when he comes through for healing, he comes through with the color green. I think this has to do because the color of healing in a lot of paradigms is green. Green has to do a lot with medical colors. It pops up a lot in healing magic in different places. Very rarely does Archangel Raphael manifest for me in his yellow form when he is coming through for healing. Now, the same thing when I'm working with President Marbus, I call his name and I do the whole shebang like before. And with Marbus, I really like to recite his N. For some reason, it gives me the strongest connection when I'm in an energy healing mode. And I pull him up from the underworld, the infernal realm, which it's not scary, it's not hell. The underworld is just the place where lower vibrational spirits that are closer to our plane tend to live. That's a place where you will generally meet your power animals, spirit guides, that kind of thing. So you can get a lot of powerful energy from the underworld and the underworld tunnels. I mean, you can go into this hugely and look into Kabbalistic Tree of Life and the Qliphoth and all of that, but that isn't necessary in my general way that I teach things. You have to worry about the upper world, which is a higher vibration, the middle world, which is our world, the physical world, and then you have to worry about the lower world, which is a little bit lower vibration. It's still a higher vibration than the middle world, but it's a lower vibration than the upper world. So it's actually more accessible to us to speak to the spirits from there. So for Marbus, the N is Renik Tasa Ubaraka Biasa Ikar Marbus. And I will chant that over and over and vibrate it. Renik Tasa Ubaraka Biasa Ikar Marbus. And then when I feel the energetic shift, I will ask him to work through me to heal me. Now, I do the same thing with Archangel Raphael when I'm pulling him through from above. And with that, I just vibrate his name. It's a Hebrew name, it's a word of power, and there's not really much else needed. So you just do the same thing. Raphael. And you feel that presence come into your body and fill you up. So you can work with these spirits separately or combined all at the same time. You can pull them into your body, into your energy field, or you can just simply intend and ask them to join you in the room and work on whatever you're working on as well. So for me, my leg has been absolutely decimated by this surgery. So I have been doing Reiki energy healing, which works very similar to how I've shown you guys how to make a chi ball. So same type of idea. You can do the chi ball magic energy and it will absolutely work. And I just focus that energy going through my body, through my heart, out my arms, out my hands, and then push it through my hands into the spot that needs healing. So when I'm doing this, I'm visualizing that energy going into my leg and repairing all the cellular damage, all of the damage from the incisions, the inflammation going down. I'm visualizing as strongly in my head my leg changing into a healthy leg. So if whatever you're doing, you want to visualize the end result eventually. So you want to work on visualizing it getting better, and then you want to focus on the end result that you want and focus on that. So for me, after about 15-20 minutes of visualizing the cells regenerating, I will then visualize my leg perfectly healed, and I will hold that as long as I can. Now, this does take practice. When I first started doing this right after surgery 5 weeks ago, I was pooched after about 5 minutes. I just didn't have the energy to do it. No matter how much external energy I pulled in from the universe, I could not charge myself enough to do this. Now I've built up to I can do just about an hour at a time with it. And I am seeing massive changes in the last week. It's like something just clicked in my head and things are starting to heal really nicely. So this is something that you can work on. Now, the other spirit that I mentioned is the healer from the 40 Servants. The 40 Servants is a divination and magical system created by Tommy Kelly, and they are servitors. So the healer is a servitor spirit that you can pay with public praise, and you can ask her to heal you. Her symbol is a cross, just like a standard medical cross. And you can just use that and ask the healer to come forth, heal you for whatever ailment that you need, and then, as any other exchange would work, you offer some kind of an offering and public praise. So these spirits get stronger with public praise. So you give them the public praise, and then perhaps you give them a shot of whiskey and you burn a candle for them, or you light some incense for them or something. Give them some kind of payment. What I like to do with The 40 servant spirits is I will give them a candle or some incense as initial payment. And then once they have done what I've asked them to do, I will give them public praise. And then if I have bigger ongoing things like healing my leg, which could take up to a year, I will periodically give them public praise more and more. So these are just a couple spirits that I work with. They work fantastic for me for healing. Archangel Raphael and Marbus have shown me very cool ways to do healing. They've taught me tons for Reiki healing, for energy healing, for any of that. They are my go-to spirits for that. So I strongly recommend checking them out. You can find President Marbus in the Lesser Key of Solomon, and you can find Archangel Raphael basically anywhere that you can find angelic information. He's one of the prominent angels. So there's references to him in the Bible. There's references to him in the Golden Dawn system, the AA, any of the Selimic orders, OTO. You will find lots of information on him there. And just make contact with them. So spirit contact is a great way to start building your techniques. Ask them to give you a sign, a physical sign that they've heard you. And lots of times you will get shown something that is unmistakable. So this is just a quick breakdown of some of the healing that I have been doing. Hopefully this helps you a little bit. I plan to be shooting much more videos now that I actually have some energy to get out of bed. So thank you all for tuning in to another episode of North Witch. I am Azariel Flame, and I hope this helps you to ignite the light within. Please follow us on our socials, North Witch Magic Co. or North Witch Co. at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Our web store is northwitch.store. And think about subscribing to us on Patreon at patreon.com/northwitchco. Smash the subscribe button, share, give us a like, and give us some comments. Have a good day. Bye-bye.